We started to try to have children when I was about 34 years old. And it didn't take long. We were pregnant within 3 months of trying, and I was ecstatic. I was absolutely ecstatic. I was looking so forward to being a mom. And at about 6 weeks in pregnancy, I had a miscarriage, and it was absolutely crushing. And then, of course, all the challenges started.
I've always dreamed about having, you know, a young boy to take care of. Sorry.
I knew being a mom was like the utmost important. I knew that since I was a kid that I wanted to be a mom. I finally did get pregnant again, and then I was pregnant for maybe 8 weeks, and never in my wildest dreams did I think that I would lose it a second time. This time it was even more crushing.
It's very emotional, because why this is happening, I don't know. And it's just hard to think of not having a kid.
You know, you just go through the grieving process. It's hard, you're sad, you're crying, you're trying not to blame one another and just get through it together. After that, I was like, I can't do this. I can't go through this again. I can't lose a baby again. It was so hard. We decided that we were going to start looking into the adoption process at that point, well, a little bit afterwards, because we were grieving for a while, and then we started the process a few months later. When I gave Colorado Christian Services a phone call, and all it took was a phone call. My heart was so moved, and I was like, this is what I want to do. I really want to adopt a baby, and I was so excited at that point. I had my hope back.
The process for me was perfect. So I'm very systematic, and I like to know what's coming next, and just from day one, we knew exactly what to expect.
The seminar was the very first step.
You got to see that you were not the only one in that situation.
We were approved and had everything done, and our caseworker had everything done on her end, and we had all our books made, and then everything was out on the website, and then we were just waiting. Oh, it was amazing. The phone rang, it was our caseworker, my heart's beating. I'm thinking, it's gotta be good, it's right? But you don't know. And Bill gets on the phone, and you're feeling very anxious, and she instantly said, we have a birth mom interested in you, and you know, your heart just does a leap.
It's an amazing feeling, it really is.
I found Kristen and Bill on the website. I wanted them to raise my son and nobody else.
Courtney made a huge decision, and that helped us realize our dream, and we're very thankful for that.
The first time I met Kristen and Bill, it was like I'd known them forever. We talked about sports, which is something I could talk about for a long time. We talked about my school, how I grew up. We talked about baby names. When I found out I was pregnant, I knew abortion wasn't an option for me because it's not something I could have lived with. Parenting wasn't an option because I was a junior in college. And when I called the birth father and told him I was pregnant, he just said, tell me what I need to do so this isn't my problem. And he signed the papers. He was there for 10 minutes and then didn't hear from him again.
The day has finally arrived, and find out, you know, we had a new baby boy. And
he was 15 minutes old when I saw him for the first time, and she gave him to us instantly, and he was just the cutest little thing. Caden answered every dream. He healed all of our wounds, and we have this little family now, and it's amazing. Our life is amazing now.
Yeah, he really completes your life.
He'll see an airplane flying in the sky, and he'll be like, reach it, reach it.
He wants you to lift him up so you can touch the airplane up there, so.
I'm Kristen, this is my husband Bill, and Caden's birth mom Courtney, and this is our oldest son Caden and our youngest Brennan.
I think it says a lot about Colorado Christian Services that a year and a half after I had my son, that they're driving to my graduation party, and that Monthly I can meet with them and they still listen and they still care. And they're still like a bunch of moms all over the place, making sure we're doing the right thing and not getting ourselves in the same situation that we had just got ourselves out of. It's not how you get into the situation, it's how you're going to handle it when you get out.
Our experience here with Colorado Christian Services has been phenomenal. The greatest thing is the people.
They're like family.
Great leaders, great caseworkers, and they really know the whole adoption process as far as the legalities. They are the experts and they walk you right through it.
I had no idea all of the effort and all the time and patience that goes into it.
We're just glad adoption is something that is an option.
Being a parent is the world to me. That's the best experience of my whole life.